So far. I told you guys, I promised you I'll be back. We're back. I told you football internationale is done. I am back. We're back. Regular schedule is back. Anyway, the question today is the most corrupt game. What's the most corrupt football match that we've seen? I'm not gonna lie. This question came from Twitter. I see man on Twitter getting very upset. And they were saying that the most corrupt game, hands down, without a shadow of a doubt, has to be Man United. No, sorry, let me get that right. Man City, QPR. They believe that's the most corrupt game. So United fans crying their little hearts out, talking about that game. For me, I don't know. You might already know what I'm gonna say the most corrupt game is. In fact, let me let this thing warm up before I tell you what I think the most corrupt game is. But I will talk to you about the United, the Man City QPR game, and I will say I didn't think there was nothing wrong with it at the time. I still don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it does. I hear what Ray Rooney is saying. I hear what Waz is saying. I hear what he has to say. Interesting standpoint. But you got to remember, we got to take it maybe with a pinch of salt because he's in the game. He played in that match. Well, the opposition. I mean, he was the opposite game, but they had a lot riding on that game. So I can't really take what he's saying as gospel because they felt it was a conspiracy. I know Fergie said some things. I guarantee Fergie said something. But anyway, that's not the most corrupt game for me, though. I'm talking about the game that I know. It was mad how QPR had a kick off in the dying minutes. And just, what is that? What's this? And kick off there, 9 minutes, and just bombed it up to a throw in before. Well, no, it's that's not funny. There's no conspiracy. I think they looked at it and said, "Oh, you know, we just got to clear the ball," and that's what they were doing. They were hanging on for dear lives. They were just clear the ball because you remember they had to stay up, did they? Did they have to get a draw to stay up? So, am I chatting? I can't remember about actually what QPR. But why would QPR? Or did they have nothing riding on it? I can't remember. But either way, I don't see what QPR had to gain from giving up that game. So if they want to talk about corrupt games, they could talk about the 98, 99 Spurs Man United game at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure Gino like only paid a half or something, or Les Ferdinand paid a half, or it was some mad stuff. Tottenham resting players last game of the season. I mean, and that's not even my most corrupt game. It was absolutely, it was funny business, but the league wasn't lost that day. True. But the most corrupt game, without a shadow of a doubt, is Arsenal's 49 league unbeaten run. The 50th game. And I said it then at the time, before a ball was kicked. Before a ball was kicked, I remember saying, how is our 50th game at Old Trafford? And people tell me this ain't fixed. This game ain't corrupt. I said that then, 2004, 2005, 20 years ago, 21 years ago. I said, how are Arsenal playing their 50th game at Old Trafford? How? The fixtures before that. And later on, I revised it as a grown man, as a grown man. I revised it and I said, maybe that conspiracy might have been a bit off because I was thinking, like, how would the league of predicted that we'd have made it that far? And I looked at the fixtures. The fixtures were kind to us. There was one scare against Middlesbrough. It was 3-1 down or something at home. Ended up battering them 5-3. That was the first sign of crack for me, though. Cracks in Arsenal. But when we beat them, when we scored the 5 goals, I thought, oh, maybe that's what it'll be. No matter how many goals you score against us, we can finish you. But that just showed me a bit of there was mentality. There's a chink in the armor. If you're really looking at an assassin, if you're top tier assassin, that you consider a chink in the armor. But I remember saying, how on earth is the 50th game at OT? And it's at OT. Yeah, come on, boy. Come on. Even if they did it like knowing that Arsenal are capable of going to 50 games and make it to their 50th game in at Old Trafford, they could do that. They looked at the fixture and said, "Yeah, boom, cool." Don't tell me it was pot luck because it wasn't. And then on top of it, Rio Ferdinand should have been sent off after what 10 minutes when Freddie Ljungberg was through on goal. Gary Neville had 3, 4 crazy tackles on Reyes, especially. Should have been sent off. Ruben Nistelrooy should have been sent off for the high foot on Ashley Cole's knee, bruv. Could have ended his career. Probably would have been best for everyone if he had done at that point. Love you, Cole. As a joke, but I Cole's joke. But and Wayne Rooney should have definitely had a yellow for his dive. No, the Chelsea Barcelona one not as corrupt as it was. It's close though. I'm not gonna lie, it's close. That's close. That's close, but I wouldn't call it corrupt per se because Chelsea was a corrupt team. So I wouldn't say that's corrupt. Arsenal were fighting a good fight. Chelsea was already corrupt at that point with their billions being pumped into their team. You know what I mean? No FFP, no regulation, dirty money, so to speak. Yeah, so yeah, what can we say? I was gonna say they got their comeuppance really, but it was mad to see that football fraternity turn on Chelsea that day. It was mad to see what their powers that be can really do. And to be fair, Chelsea should have got the one against Liverpool, the ghost goal. That is a bit crazy. That was also crazy to me. The ghost goal was definitely crazy. But yeah, 100%. The 50 game unbeaten for me. It just without a shadow of a doubt. What have we got here? What we got here? Oh yeah. Sorry, guys. Perez dive to keep the streak. Oh, shut up, bruv. With that dive. Everyone tries to cling on to that dive. Other than the 50th game, it would have to be Arsenal v Barca. Oh, the Arsenal Barca referee. That was nasty work. To be fair, that was nasty work. But still, for me, the 50th game, it has to be. The 50th game was ridiculous. Like, one, it's the 50th game. Crazy milestone. Two, it's at Old Trafford against your biggest rivals. Three men should have been sent off in the first half. Game over. We're battering them 6-7-0 on the 50th game. Mad things, man. Mad things. Fergie had everything wrapped, sewn, boom, bosh, bash, bush. When Van Persie, yeah, when Persie was offside, and he said he couldn't hear the whistle, even if he did hear the whistle, it wasn't a sending off. That is absolute. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, what's going on, man? Like, we can't see. This ain't 1902 when you could get away with things. That was 2000 and whatever. What that was then 2012 maybe. Like even more like now, don't even bother trying to do corrupting. Like, what are you doing? We could see everything. We could see everything then. Now, even more so, we can see everything. Biggs, you're back every so often. I think you've been back 3 times already this season, Biggs. What's going on, bro? No, last season couldn't get rid of you, bro. You was on every live, every post, bro. No, but all jokes aside, Biggs, I hope you're good. And if you are good, I will continue to be on your ass, boy. Pause. With regards to where have you been, broski? Where have you been? Because first and foremost, I hope you've been good, bro. I hope you've been good. But your disappearance has coincided with slots, so I can only assume it's because of that, bro. Gabby, Adrian, what are you saying? Well, we've lost our best attacker and our best defender at the moment. We've lost the leader. I can't backtrack because I've sat here boasted saying how sick the squad is. And yeah, now it's time for us to show people Wagwan how good the squad really is. We got Maresca, boom. We got Hencapié, boom. We got Calafiore, boom. You got Ben White, boom. That's four good centre backs, and those are four centre backs, and that you could do that without troubling the defense, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's up to who Arteta picks as the main one, the one he trusts the most. I would lean. I don't know if I try madness and put Capier centre and just keep Calafiore on left. I'm not sure what I would do, but I'm not sure why I'm so gassed on Hencapi. I've seen him play once, and then I saw one reel. And when I saw him play, I wasn't even paying attention. But when I saw the reel, I was like, oh, "This guy's heavy." I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if that's the madness I will do. Like a Chris, I am shaking for the North London Duck, bro. Oh yeah, Jay Spurs. I thought it was an Arsenal fan. Jay Spurs, yeah, you should be shaking, bro. You should be. I'm thinking 3-4 nil. It should be England v Germany 2010. Oh, the Frank Lampard one, that was dirty. I actually saw that the other day. That was dirty. That was dirty. Dirty, t t t. Michael Oliver, nasty fucking work. You right? You right. When they got the Emirates is Mission Impossible, man. I swear to God. I swear to God. Mike Dean was dark against Mike Dean, Oliver. So these Mikes, absolute wonkers. Mike Dean and one audacity. See, my hairline's crazy, yeah? He's even worse. He was here and he was shaping up that whole thing like that. Oh, the mama Ross Clark, pussy Ross Clark, six Ross Clark, egg. How dare you, Mike Dean? How fucking dare you? You, I'll tell you. We got any more games here? Are you going to North America for the World Cup, Xavi? I doubt it. I doubt it. I will be. I might be on those sides of the woods though next year because I definitely want to go Caribbean. I have to go Caribbean next year. Um, so yeah, I need to go Caribbean. That's it. Simple as. I need to go Caribbean. I'm not sure Jamaica, Barbados. I'm not sure which one yet, but it's on the cards. I feel. I think your hairline is making a comeback. Oh, Willie Bob. Look, look how bad that is, bro. Does that look like his back? Look at that. That's hair missing here. It should be like that. If it was like that, it'll be fine. If that was there, it'll be fine. There'll be no issue. But look, when I go get my hair done, when I get my hair done next year, when I get my hair done next year, you're gonna see. Nah, get that shit gone. Nah, I'm gonna get a hair transplant, bro. I'm doing it. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it one time. I need 10 years of good hair. Fuck it, fuck it. I'm gonna do 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 it. Nah, get that shit taken off. 44 and gone. And a granddad. I'm a busy man. What? You're a granddad, Biggs? You're a granddad, bro. Mashallah, bro. At 44, yeah. It's mad, you know what? You know what's mad things because we associate granddad 50 like when we was younger, innit? So like 50's old, we thought like super old. And then it's like, yeah, you gotta be in your 50s to be a granddad. But no, because I preed it myself. I was like, hold on a minute, my yeah. I remember doing the maths a few years ago, and she was 47 when she became a yeah. Do you know, like my cousin, um, me and him were born the same year, but he's older than me. So I was like, oh, Bombarass Clark, Eddie, you made you made no. She was 46. Tell a lie, she was 40 because Eddie's born in Feb. So she's May. I'm May. She's May, and she was a yeah at 46, bro. 40. Like I could be a Bapu in like any time now because I've got a 20-year-old. Do you know how mad that is? Like in your 40s, you're a granddad. Do you know how mad that is? You're meant to be in your uncle era, but I guess your uncle era is the 30s, which I did. I thought I was too young to be unks, but I wasn't. But mashallah, bro. Your Bapu at 44, hairline gone, he said. Madness. Like you might make it to see your great grandkids, bro. Like, I don't know if we take that shit for granted, but imagine you get to be a great granddad. Like, do you know how mad that is? I know I'm getting all philosophical, I'm getting in my feels right now. But it's actually an achievement to reach a certain age. Like, you could be 68 and you've got your grandkids. You might live another 15 years, do you know what I mean? Bonkers, and you get to see the lineage. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, you got me in my feels, Biggs. Um, I'll tell you what it is. I feel I'm going through a bad time in life. Just with the elements. Like when the clock changes, I change. I don't like it. And it's hard to shake off. That's what I mean by bad. Not with my family and stuff, but that day it's hard to shake off that feeling. Like, what is it? And I've had it since I was a kid. Right, there was no one to talk to when you're a kid. That must have been about 6 years old. I don't know, say 6 to 8, and something just hit me. I just remember being in my bedroom, looking at the patterns of my curtain, and I was just like, yeah, right. Like, what is life? Where do we go? I was about 6. It was 6 to 8 years old. I never forget. Just look at these patterns. Started doing abstract. It was like abstract visual afterwards. You got all that from my hairline and Biggs being a poor. Look where you got me, man. What age was your prime? Your prime is actually 26 to 36, and me, I might have peaked early. My prime, it wasn't my prime, but it was my not my physical prime, but my prime was definitely 24 years old. So from 19 to 24, and then no, actually, tell a lie, 19 to 26, 19 to 26. Tell a lie again, 19 to 27 was my peak years. But then I made a decision to quit my job as a teacher and follow the camera game. But the decision was also, I'm in my peak years. This is when I could extract the most out of my body. I felt so from 20. It was meant to. Obviously, I was meant to bus. I was meant to bus earlier. I never got to the bus stage. I got close, but never actually got to bus. So you keep on fighting on and going beyond where you're meant to go. But I managed to put my body through it for 10 years. So my peak years that I most enjoyed was from 19 to 27, lifting everything. But then from 27 onwards, it was scary times I felt. But also, I'll tell you another one as well. 32 is where I felt my most strongest. At 32, that's where I felt like I was like, mm. But I'd been at the game, especially the lifting game, for so long. The start up to getting strong again was difficult. But once I got there, I was going beyond what I'd done at my peak. Do you know what I mean? But I wasn't lifting as heavy, but I could do more. Muscles had matured. I could do so much more, and I was just like, and more quality. So if you're of the ages of 26 right now, guys, to 36, pump those years are your best years. Go for it. Do as much as you can. I did a lot. Just the monetary gains weren't good, but I did a lot. I did a lot of work. Evening, man said Antonio Conte's pick Aguero. Aguero. Nah, to be fair, Chris, like a Chris hairline ain't too bad. The worst one is the crown. Yeah, my crown ain't that bad. To be fair, a deep thinker at 6 is nuts. I don't know if it was deep think. I just had a great imagination, and that's what I was just thinking. Just how it was mad. But I knew that when I get old, I was gonna be crazy. I knew. I remember thinking, when I get old, am I gonna be like nuts? Am I gonna be in a home because my brain, like around these ages now, which I thought was ancient. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying, man. Yours is 23, and I'm here looking at Uncle Phil, but you're fresh, but you're about way fresh at this. Never got to bus. I hear you. I hear you. Could be a granddad by the time. Could be great granddad by the man touches 68. Madness. No hush puppies. No, it's crazy, isn't it? You see how my parents are loving life in their 50s once all their kids are out of the house, they've been on holidays. Who said that surely, boy? And that's why also having kids early is not it shouldn't be frowned upon. When I mean early, it's got to be a certain frame. So like in that early 20s, because by the time you reach 44, whatever, you could be good. But obviously, also experience your life when you're young as well. Because that's what I'm saying. There has to be a cut off point. I just think having kids in your 30s was like, to me that was always mad, having kids in your 30s. And these times I've had two in my 30s, but I always saw it as mad because my dad had me at 37, and I had the oldest dad in school. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying? But having kids early, you can enjoy as Charlie Boy said, his parents are loving life. Do you think our generation look younger for the age? Much younger, much younger. Yeah, what we gotta do is look at some things from back in, like some people who were looking crazy in their 20s, bruv. It's like, right. But I think also social media's played a massive impact in changing the way we perceive things. Also, man at my age are all dyeing their things, like dyeing your beard and them thing there. You see me? I'm gonna have the two Wolverine. Look, the silver patches are coming. Boom, boom. Got me shaking. I ain't gonna lie to you. Getting old's got me shaking. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, man? What's this? The knees go first. When it's the Achilles, all of a sudden I got off the sofa and I'm saying like Optimus Prime. Listen, bro. Baby boy had to sleep in the big bed the other day. I was crooked up into the corners, boy. When I woke up, I have to do this with my shoulder, with my left shoulder. I got like tense it and do some like thing that pops. Ay 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 ay. Ay 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 ay. I love more kids, but I'm trying to love life. In my 50s also, I would love to have kids. But you know what it boils down to? If we were millionaires right now, if we bust off this thing, let's say we're millionaires. Let's say we win the lotto tomorrow. We're having another two straight away, broski. Anyway, you man, I've got to do bedtime on that note, 7 o'clock. I'll be back around 8:15, 8:30ish. All right, give us a chance. Give us a chance. If it's not 8:30, it should be 8:45. Just give us a chance. Give us a chance.